Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. In a writing last week about communication, I gave an example of a communication challenge I and another friend had been talking about the weekend before. And I said, paraphrased, when you have the same issue with communication multiple times, even when you speak your mind clearly and they say they understand, perhaps it's time to check if you really are communicating. And of course, people focused on the example challenge and on me and decided to fix me and tell me who I am. Smack my damn head. I mean, I appreciate the care and consideration that goes into wanting to help others. I have it, so I get it. The sheer weight of the assumptions, though, the first of which is that I want to be fixed. Anywho, something it brings up, though, is related to boundaries, which I love. So I'm going to talk about that today. Boundaries are sexy as fuck. What is intimate to you? Sexual, emotional, romantic? What acts feel intimate to you? Have you ever really thought about it? I think many people do not until they're confronted with them in situations they don't love, like when jealousy rears its ugly head. In response to a writing last week, some of the discussion turned to what is considered courtship behaviors or girlfriend activities, and it got me to thinking, because a lot of people probably think of intimacy as kissing, holding hands, sex, but there are so many other ways to experience intimacy. Cuddling, watching a Netflix series together, mono Netflixes. Pillow talk, sharing hobbies and passions, talking about goals and dreams, traveling, cooking together, exercising together, going to a movie, sharing vulnerabilities like joy and fear and shame, planning a party or an event together, cohabitation, running errands together, affirmative talk, sleeping together, massage, dancing, giving or accepting service, working through conflict, rituals, sharing gratitude, escaping daily life together, sharing life stories or family history, caretaking behaviors, gift giving, sharing pets, spending time with each other's families. Some of these are obvious, perhaps. Some, though, may not be. A few are things I've had people ask me about over the years in their own relationship struggles. And for many of these, I'd say they straddle the line. For some, any of these might seem too intimate when their partner engages in them with a gender of their usual sexual and romantic orientation. But when engaged in with their best buddy from high school, not so much. Or when these things are done openly, it's not an issue. But when it seems they're being hidden or someone is ashamed or sneaking around, they take on greater meaning. And sometimes, none of that seems like it's an issue until it happens. Like the person who suggested to their partner that they watch a show together, and their partner told them that they were watching that with someone else. And so they had seen the first episodes and didn't want to get ahead either. What makes all of this more confusing is that different humans are going to react differently. For me, none of those things are by necessity romantic, even the sexual stuff. For another, they might all seem romantic with the right gender because the only relationships they've experienced those things in with their gender attractions are romantic ones. The list I've given you is a great place to explore yourself or with a partner. Ask not just, does this feel intimate? But does this feel sexually intimate? Does this feel emotionally intimate? Does this feel romantically intimate? And also, would this feel intimate with a casual office acquaintance, a buddy, like a gender of not of their sexual or romantic interest, a new friend, gender of their sexual or romantic interest, another partner for the non-monogamous, or a person or partner that you don't like? Asking about these specific types of connections can certainly help you, or help you both, understand more about what your intimacy languages are, for lack of a better term right now, and talk about how to be compassionate around potentially sensitive issues, if you choose to do so. What are your thoughts? Could you pick one item that may have surprised you, or share one of your own that you never would have expected to feel intimate, and yet when it happened, you realized that you found a soft spot? Or have you been on the other side, accidentally being more intimate with someone than a partner was ready for, and having to work with them through something surprising? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. Dating Kinky. It's built by Kinksters for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla, and it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We are on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Also, find me on the new Moan app in beta for iPhone. I'm Miss Nookie there, TheMonapp.com. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.